Hi, my name is Samuel Colon, and I welcome you again one more time. I would like to. There's so many things about what what is the strongest part of your body, but today I want to speak on something different. What makes a mind strong? What makes a mind strong? And that's going to be the title for the probably next couple of YouTube. I've sensed that I should, share with the audience important things that will help you on a daily basis, things that has helped me now. And I believe that when we receive information, we increase in information as well. One of the things the other day I told my kid, I said, look, if you will help somebody with their homework and you teach them your knowledge, then what happens is you are forming to them more knowledge, and you're giving yourself more information. Why? Because that's what life is. Life is what you put in. So wisdom makes a strong mind. So I want to title this Wisdom Makes a Strong Mind. So if I can extend it without making a lot of things, a lot of segments, and just speak maybe for 15 minutes, what it may be. So why have I chosen that wisdom makes a strong mind? When we come to see leadership, or we come to see the institutes, the university, the churches, anywhere where there is a person who is standing up and teaching or speaking or preaching or giving a presentation or speech, whatever it may be, there is some type of wisdom involved in this. And this wisdom is basically instructing and teaching people to become what? More equipped, more wise. Now, wisdom is based on experience, based on knowledge. Wisdom. See, wisdom is formed on the use of knowledge. How do you apply knowledge? Is how you receive wisdom. You say, well, Sam, teach me about wisdom. Show me how can I use wisdom to improve my life. Teach me how can I use wisdom for my mind. Very simple. The people who get paid most in this time is people who use wisdom. I may put that as a title just to catch the people's attention, but in reality, who are the most wealthiest people, with these big businesses? There are people who use wisdom. Now, wisdom is like a gun in a police officer. When you see a police officer, you see that he has a badge, he has a radio, he has a gun, he has authority. He has authority to walk in the street, he has authority during a section. Wisdom is the same thing. Wisdom is what gives us authority to work where we work at. Wisdom gives us the power to perform accordingly. Now, when you have wisdom and your mind is activated on the wisdom, it's very important that the decisions that we make as a strong mind have to be decisions of wisdom. People are going to look up to us. Our children are going to look up to us. On a day-by-day basis, we're going to be meeting with people. On a day-by-day basis, we're going to be working in different places. Now, wisdom is very important. Yesterday, in the place that I work, there was a lot of activity going on. And this is very important, that a strong mind keeps control. If you can write this down. A strong mind keeps control. So I put this as wisdom makes the mind strong, but a strong mind keeps control. So there was a bunch of activities that were just happening in the building. There were so many different things going on at one time. Now, when you have a strong mind activated with wisdom, when the things come up to you, or when the situation is happening, when the events are unfolding, a strong mind will not collapse under pressure. No, it will take control. It will stand up. It will start making the right decisions to do the right things. This is a mind a strong mind. Now, when it comes to wisdom and a strong mind, there are moments where people are going to ask us questions, and there are going to be moments where we're going to be asking questions. There will be moments where we will be confronted by what we believe, what we know. There are times where that they're going to ask us questions on certain circumstances. Now, wisdom and a strong mind. Wisdom will stand up and answer the person accordingly. I read the Bible, and it says that a soft answer, a wise answer, turneth away an angry person. So wisdom is like a pillar into the mind, that when you stand up and you see that there are different circumstances going on, wisdom will direct you to choose to make the right decision. When our children look up to us, they'll look up to us as people with direction and wisdom. A person with wisdom has direction. A person with wisdom has direction. Now, here's the thing. This is very important to understand, that when you have wisdom, you're going to have direction. You're going to know. Now, how do you increase in wisdom? Where does wisdom come from? Basically, we live in a time of information. There's information all around us. Information. And information is what makes us wise. Now, there are people who have been ahead of us in whatever we do. If you are going to be a painter, there are painters. If you're going to be a mechanic, there have always been mechanics. Anything that you want to do, there has always been someone before you. Whether it's a new business or whether it's something that's been done for hundreds and hundreds of years, wisdom is gained. Listen to me. Wisdom is gained by listening. Wisdom is gained by wisdom. One more time. Wisdom is gained by listening. Now, a strong mind, which is in or here, it's filled with information. At the same time, it grows to release information, but at the same time, it is there to gain information. In other words, there is capacity and there is space for your mind to grow. Now, when a person has wisdom, he will stand up and he will feel confident. A wise person is a person who has confidence. See, confidence is also something with the mind. A strong-minded person has confidence. Now, if I were to be a taxi driver and I'm driving in the streets of Miami or New York, wherever it may be, I have to have confidence in what I am doing. I would not drive a cab if I did not have confidence in what I was doing. So I have to take a course. That course builds up knowledge, builds up strength. Now, I would not join anything if there was no knowledge involved in it. I will only be able to perform if I were to receive knowledge. And a lot of the times we want to do so many great things, and when we start, and then when we start, we kind of fail, so we get depressed. You feel down because you are not able to function in a high capacity. Whether you're playing basketball, you're not a good shooter. You're a 20% shooter when you want to become a 100% shooter. Well, there's two ways to become, a better shooter when it comes to basketball. First, you practice. By practicing, you're able to perform. You're able to do what you have to do. Second, you need a coach. Every good player needs to practice, and he needs a coach. So here's what you need. You need to practice, and you need a coach. Your mind is filled with information. No matter what event you're in, no matter what you're taking up, what you're about to learn, here's the thing. When you have wisdom, you're able to perform better. Now, there's a position when you're playing golf, when you're holding a baseball bat, when you're shooting a ball, whatever. There's always when you're playing football, the quarterback takes a step back, he puts his right position, his focus, hand and eye coordination. That has to be a strong mind. And that comes with practice. Practice builds up experience. Experience builds up confidence. Same with wisdom. When we're going into a classroom and they're throwing us a new subject, you're saying, "Ooh, I'm going to fail." Sometimes I will hear college kids, "College is too hard. I can't do it." I hear all these things, and I just tell them, "Look, don't feel bad. You're new at it. No one expects you to get it down all right. It's just crazy. There are some people that can accelerate in areas that other people can't. But wisdom understands something, that every bad experience, or every experience that is uncomfortable, every experience that may not be a pleasant one, it's just an experience. And this experience is just going to build up confidence, it builds up character. So your wisdom is going to come based upon your trials and errors. Your wisdom is going to come on based upon the advice that you receive. Your wisdom is going to come on a part of how you think. To make your mind strong, to make your mind strong, your mind is going to be built up in wisdom, because wisdom is so important. It is a necessary. You want to get paid a higher salary, don't you? You want to make money, don't you? Where you go to get your education? You go to the classroom. You sit down. You take books. You do it online. You do it whatever. So wisdom is being released from one person to another. Information is being released from one person to another. Now that you have wrote down your information, you sit there, you study your books, and now you get quizzed, you get tested according to what you have learned. And this is so important, because tests and quiz are not to tell you how dumb you are. No, it's just only to see what level you're performing at. So listen here, if you're taking a test and you fail it, that does not make you dumb. It just makes you understand under what level you are, what capacity. Tests are there. You may feel like you failed the test, but it's there just to let you know what you're good at. So wisdom is a gift. Wisdom comes from God. I'm a born again believer, and I'm not pushing what I believe on you, but we believe in the Word of God, and we get our information based upon the Word of God, because God is wise. So He gives us wisdom. He gives us information. Now, in our workplace, there may be chaos. In our workplace, there may be something that has to be done. Wisdom will come in with a strong mind, and it will take control. It will take a stand. I think that people who have wisdom and are of a strong mind are the most respected people. If I were to be an owner of a big corporation or a big industry, I would pay the highest to those who are going to give me more profit, and those who are going to teach me how to make the right investments. I would invest in something that's going to produce more to me. See, mental strength is found, if it's not in you, mental strength will always be found in someone else. And I come back to the illustration. Whether you're starting out a new business or whether you're going to school, you got to understand something, that there are people who are doing there are people who did what you're doing. There are people who are before you that committed mistakes, said things, done things, and tried things, and gotten put down. And basically, a wise person will say, look, he made this mistake. She made this mistake. This company made this mistake. This pastor made this mistake. Whatever. Now, you can go into your life and say, look, they make the mistake and I'm going to be wise. I'm going to learn what they have done. I'm going to learn. I'm going to understand. I'm going to make it better. And while you're raising your children, you have to have a strong mind, and especially these times, you hear a lot of parents, and basically, I found myself in this predicament that we're sometimes so overprotective of our children that we don't want harm to come to them. We don't want. See, there's something that's so true. What makes a child mind so strong? What makes a child a weak-minded? What makes a child a strong-minded? Adults are just big kids. Adults are just big kids. There's still a kid inside of each and every one. There's still a learning process each side of us. But here's the thing. In that learning process, in that growth process, what is it that we're learning? How we're learning? Do we stumble? Do we commit error? Wisdom and a strong mind will see failure and say, well, I failed in this area. Wisdom sees wisdom sees the right, wisdom sees the wrong. A wise mind says, I will get up. Wisdom is a gift. Wisdom is all available to us. Wisdom is it's given to us through our parents, our pastors, our teachers, and they just make us stronger. Life is a teacher. I said life is a teacher. Life is a teacher. You're gonna learn, even if it's not through school, even if it's not through your mother or your father. You will learn. Some way or another, you will learn. There are people right now that are in prison. They learn. There are people right now who have failed. They learn. Mind becomes stronger. I hope that this has helped you out. Wisdom makes a strong mind. Thank you.